Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Brad Lone Wolf, and today we are looking at this bundle of wood. Nah, seriously, this is actually a bow drill that I bought on Amazon. I can't remember how much it was, but it's from PSKook, and this is the box it comes in. Now, normally I wouldn't review the box, however, it's got something on it that I think made me laugh slightly, and it's this 2019 unique new toy, not skill, not equipment, toy. Now it does say underneath ancient technology, revolution, wisdom, survival skills, persistence, concentration, make your life fire, all that junk that we've seen before. So yeah, this isn't an ancient skill or an ancient firelighting device. This is an ancient toy. Well, obviously we all know it's not, but that's what I found a little bit funny. Now again, same with the other PSKook product that I reviewed, which was the fire piston. The instruction manual is written by somebody who for English is their second language, very much their second language. I haven't got it with me, but it's you can tell that English is their second language, because again there's a few grammar errors, a few spelling mistakes, but you can make out, you can get the gist of what they're saying. Right, so on to the review itself. Now I have used this. I used this, you might have seen me use this in a video a few weeks ago, again, where I took some people into the woods and we did lots and lots of different firelighting methods. Doesn't come with an elastic band, but it is worthwhile keeping everything together in an elastic band, otherwise it just all falls apart. Now, following good bow drill wisdom, the base is softwood. Remember that I did buy this, so I've got no idea what the wood's made out of, or what wood it is, should I say, what the wood's made out of. The wood's made out of trees, but I've got no idea what wood it is. This is definitely a softwood though. The only thing I can tell you is that is bamboo. Okay, so what you get in the actual box itself is the base. I'll come on to what this is in a minute. The drill, the bow, and then this. Now this is if you want to do a two-person bow drill as opposed to a one person. Again, I'll show you how that works in a second. In terms of setting up this bow drill, it's the same as any other bow drill. Obviously this is on a table, so I can't really demonstrate it properly, but what you would do is put that in the hole there. Foot would go, or your left foot, obviously you'd set it up properly, and then you start backwards and forwards. In terms of that, there are some pros and cons to it. The first pro is all of this piece of wood has got the points already marked out, so you don't have to worry about doing that. Second pro, you're not going to lose your bamboo drill because it is actually attached to the drill itself. Now that's also a con, and I'll come on to that in a minute. But the biggest pro, the biggest pro that makes this so easy to use is this bearing race, and it is a proper bearing race. So in there you've got the races themselves and then the bearings in the middle, which makes turning this, particularly by yourself, an absolute piece of cake. You don't have to put a lot of force on it. It does move backwards and forwards by itself. If you want to change this up, as I said, from a one person to a two person, you take the handle off the top and you place this piece of wood over the top, and then one person holds that side, one person holds that side, and then off you go. So if you can imagine, there's somebody else holding that there, both working the bow backwards and forwards, so it's got 2 people occupied, and theoretically you can get a fire going quicker. However, I've already mentioned that there are some cons to this product, and ironically they're also similar to the pros. The first one is not the base, that's actually a good idea. The first one is this bearing race that I pointed out. It's not attached. So if you happen to lose it, although the bow drill itself is still usable, it's just made it a lot harder and a lot more difficult to use. Okay, I'm going to put the bearing back on there so I don't lose it. Ironically, so I don't lose it. Secondly, obviously, as you've probably just seen, the handle does come off. So losing that bearing race is more likely. Second con is the bow itself. With the bow, that is all you get, and it's about, let's start there. It's about 1, maybe 2 turns. So you don't get an awful lot of movement before you're going backwards and forwards. I would like this bow to have been a lot longer. The only problem then is obviously it wouldn't fit in the box. However, you may be able to replace this, in fact you can replace this, for a bow of your own choice. Obviously the longer it is, the more mechanical advantage you get. More advantage you get in that it will turn more times before you need to come back. But I do like the fact that it's attached. The con is though, is if you want to replace it, you have to cut the cord, and I can see that obviously affecting any warranty that comes with this. Another con that I don't like with this is the fact that you're not told what wood they use, so you can't replace any of it, particularly the base. Obviously any soft wood would be okay, but if you knew what this was, then you'd be able to replace it a lot easier. I imagine it's just a block of pine, but again I can't be sure. So overall, in terms of this product, oh, and the other thing I forgot to mention, in the instructions, when you look at the instructions and you're creating your ember through the bow drill, it says the instructions say to put the jute, which is included in the box, underneath the ember pan, but it doesn't tell you to put a base underneath the jute, which is it can work, but on a wet day the jute may end up absorbing water. In terms of overall conclusion, as long as you are prepared to accept the cons, particularly potentially losing the bearing race and having to replace the bow, the bow drill itself is a really good idea, and it's a really ideal product, provided you keep everything together and provided you are aware that you may end up losing the bearing race. The thing I particularly like about it is the idea that you can easily adapt it for 2-person work, which means that you can keep 2 people occupied trying to get a fire going through friction fire. Okay, so that is a quick review of the PSKook bow drill, and thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.